Iran's supreme leader breaking his silence to declare the United States has gained nothing from strikes on nuclear sites. Today, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu opening the door to further peace opportunities in the Middle East.
He's been silent since the ceasefire began, but today from Iran's supreme leader, the defiance was resounding. In a televised address, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei claimed victory over Israel, saying Iran delivered a hard slap to America's face, reminding Washington that Tehran has access to key US centers in the region, and insisting US strikes failed to disrupt Iran's nuclear program.
We saw the Ayatollah's video, and when you have a totalitarian regime, you have to save face.
Israel's defense minister claims Israeli strikes could have had even greater success had they killed the Ayatollah. If he had been in our sights, we would have taken him out, says Israel Katz. Prime Minister Netanyahu, more diplomatic, saying the victory has opened up an opportunity for a dramatic expansion of the peace agreements. There is a window here that must not be missed, says the Prime Minister. Not even a single day must be wasted. And there's growing belief that a ceasefire in Gaza is close, even though the fighting and the killing carries on. We hear and see consistent heavy bombing from Gaza's border fence. Many areas around the enclave are off limits, but we managed to find Israel's form-up points. Tanks, armoured vehicles and soldiers stationed for deployment, as well as others returning from combat. This here is the border to the Gaza Strip. Nobody's getting beyond this point other than military personnel. On the other side of that fence is the conflict zone, a war that's been raging on for nearly 2 years. Some of the kibbutz villages close to the border are still deserted. Zohar Shpak is an October 7 survivor and a lawyer, helping represent victims at the International Criminal Court and working to hold Hamas leadership to justice.
First of all, they have to arrest the people. Most of them are dying.
Along with 56,000 of their own people killed throughout this war. At the Israel-Gaza border, Edward Godfrey, 9 News. There are numerous reports in Israel today that we could be getting very close to a ceasefire in Gaza. It's claimed that Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu agreed to end the war within 2 weeks of the US strikes at Iran, which were now 7 days ago. He's also asked for a 2-week delay to the resumption of his corruption trial, and he has the support of the US president on that, with Donald Trump posting online, calling it a witch hunt. So perhaps we could be nearing the end of a very long and deadly conflict. Mark?
Edward, thank you. Well, the Trump administration is doubling down on the success of its strikes on Iran, threatening to sue news outlets over an intelligence leak. It comes as stunning new information is released on a 15-year plan to bomb the rogue nation's nuclear facilities.
This is what the US military claims its bunker-busting bombs are capable of. One almighty blast underground, and what it can leave behind. This is the GBU-57 being tested. It's the same weapon B-2 bombers dropped on Iran's nuclear sites. The Trump administration adamant when it came to the actual strikes, it was mission accomplished.
This was an historically successful attack, and we should celebrate it as Americans.
Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth hitting out at reporting of early intelligence that suggested Iran's nuclear program was only delayed by months.
Let's take half-truths, spun information, leaked information, and then spin it and manipulate the public mind over whether or not our brave pilots were successful.
As President Trump threatened to sue media outlets for their coverage, his man at the Pentagon was playing a familiar blame game.
It's like in your DNA and in your blood to cheer against Trump.
From the chair of the Joint Chiefs, extraordinary new detail on the mission.
And the pilots stated, quote, "This was the brightest explosion that I've ever seen."
2 officers spent more than 15 years studying the most important enrichment site in Iran at Fordo, planning and testing an attack, including working to develop the bunker-busting bomb. As for Iran's uranium stockpiles, the White House says there's no evidence they were moved. The nuclear watchdog says they can't be found. In the United States, Jonathan Kersley, 9 News.